What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Commentary for you. Want to thank my sponsor, Steel Supplements. Link and discount code down in the description. You also know it's their Black Friday sale, so you're going to get the best deals they're going to have for the year, as well as over at Webull. Use my link, open an account. They're going to give you free fractional shares. If you deposit even $1, they're going to give you free stock, and EA has saved the day. If you didn't know, the patch that they put up, number 3, broke a lot of players' engagements with franchise mode, so it was all hands on deck over at EA Sports yesterday, and they have a new patch that came out today promising to fix it. Promising to fix the most polished version of this game. A game that they literally said would embody the legacy of John Madden, and then tell us, point blank, they didn't even have his game year correct because they had to go in and change the 1994 cover that wasn't appearing correctly, because who cared if that was taking place when the game is so broken? But to me, in a vacuum, that's EA Sports. You know, they're worried about what happens when you have a movie essentially playing in front of you to start the game and one of the covers is wrong. But they don't care that when you get in the game, so many things are broken. So, face of the franchise. I don't know a lot of people play it, but the ones that do have been reporting not being able to advance into the second season. Can we just for a moment understand that this was supposed to be what My Player is to other game modes? Right? The whole purpose of someone playing this is to invest a lot of their time and to become emotionally invested in the player they're creating, and you can't get past the second season. They admit that they tried to address it, but there's still some players that are just stuck. So, what is this? The Clint Oldenburg simulator? You just get one shot and then you're done? You go on to be a developer for a game company? They've got a fix, but they don't know if it really works, and they don't know if it's going to continue to work. If it does, once they have to patch more things. Now, franchise mode has been just the bane of contention. We've had this game trending multiple times for how bad it is. They said that they put a high priority on fixing this because there's a draft bug. There's a bug that literally does not let you play franchise mode. It's for the first time, I can say 100% broken. Right? We can talk about all the shortcomings of the game. We can talk about all the issues the game has, right? If you want to sit here and say, hey, the Commanders aren't appearing proper because they're the Washington football team, I can deal with that. Like, I'm not going to sit there and be like, well, make sure you get that fixed priority 1. I genuinely don't care. When you say that some players' abilities were not appearing in the X Factor database, I don't care. The fact that they put these out, and again, I don't know how many times I've said this, but I'm actually saying that gaming companies right now as a whole should never be able to use the term general stability improvements. It should be banned. A company should not be able to tell you they're fixing something, but not tell you what they fixed. If you use this in any other realm, right? If you go to a restaurant and they say, well, generally the food has gotten better, but they don't tell you what they did. If a car company came out and said, well, generally our car has gotten safer, but they don't tell you what they improved, that would not be acceptable. So why is it okay for one of the most broken game releases of all time to annually come out each year, each update, and say, general stability improvements? The only thing that they're actually stable with over at EA is the user score of this game being below 1. So hopefully if you have this game, you have the capacity to actually play franchise mode. But I think what I've learned from EA, more than anything, is the more they try to fix, the more things unravel. The more they try to polish, the more they try to do, the more they try to layer, the more the game can't handle it anymore. And all of us thought when we were going to next-gen consoles that this would be a thing of the past. A lot of us thought back to Madden 06, where the game was basically bare bones, beyond bare bones. Essentially play now in Madden 06. so that they could start from scratch and not have to worry about all these issues continually coming up because one thing gets added and two other things break. And then they don't know how to implement things back in properly without other issues being caused. That's the core of what's happening here. There's a lot of people in the community that recognize this. You're taking what amounts to a broken foundation, and you're trying to continually improve it. But the foundation of the game is not right. So no matter what you add on, it doesn't work. And we went beyond just poor programming for the offensive line, or blocking assignments, or player interactions. And now we've gotten things so convoluted that when they try to add things to the game, drafts don't work. Signing players don't work. The second year going into the game doesn't function anymore. This is all a byproduct of not listening to the customer. Because the reality is, and I hear a lot of people talk about microtransactions and how they've damaged the gaming community as a whole, but I hope we can all understand that one of the best things that came from having internet access on our consoles years ago was the ability to patch things. Patch things shouldn't be about fixing things. Patches should be about giving the customer more. Patches should be about improving the gamer's experience. And EA has unfortunately changed it into something far different. What they've turned it into is a way to rectify all their problems, rushing a game out into the marketplace. What they've used it as a crutch to put out an incomplete product so that they can somehow go through and make it appear that it's better once it's released. That way, if you didn't buy it the day that it came out, you can go and buy it afterwards because you present the fact that you're getting a better product because it's on patch 5. Games should not release this way. EA should not have games done this way. At the NFL level, the shield is to be protected. We hear it all the time. And unfortunately, EA is not protecting the shield. And I don't know why NFL executives don't step in. This product is way below par. This product is broken at release. It's broken to the people that pre-order it. And it's given away for free because that's the value EA holds on its game. Then they spend the entire season, we're going into week 11, trying to get the game playable when they know the shelf life of us wanting to play this game is really 16 weeks for most people. Yet, some way, they continue to sit here and project that this game is worthy of having the NFL license or even a price tag on it. This game has been a disgrace to John Madden more than ever before, and today proves they released this game knowing it was broken. And now they've had to do everything they can just to try to get it playable, much less fixed. Love to know your thoughts on this. Appreciate you watching it. I will be back in the week with more commentary.